So welcome to this Pilates challenge. Today we have got some lovely abdominal strengthening stuff in different positions, just to challenge your body in different ways so that we strengthen you in different ways. And they're all really, really lovely and easy to work with and very, very functional. Okay, so we're going to be thinking still about strengthening the back, strengthening the tummy, strengthening the bottom and the legs. So hopefully you'll have done one of the warm-ups. We've got a couple. If not, maybe you've been out for a walk, or you've been moving around the house today. But if you find that you've been sitting around and not doing very much, you might want to just get your body moving, because it can get quite stiff and lacking in mobility. And then if you go straight into movement and you're pushing yourself, you're not going to be giving your body the best chance to strengthen, lengthen, and to create the mobility and the safety that it needs for it to be able to allow the muscles to work easily. And yeah, that's really all I was saying. That is just get yourself warmed up, get yourself moving, and then jump straight in. Pilates is an incredibly mindful type of exercise, and that's the whole point in it. Is it's basically trying to connect the mind and the body to build a beautiful strong body and a very nice strong mind as well, because you do have to work hard at it, and it all just builds a lot of resilience into every single part of ourselves. So we're going to get onto all fours to start with, and we are going to practice our 4-point kneeling and then working towards plank, but we're not going to do plank. Okay, so if plank is something that you think, God, I'll never be able to do that, let's just think about just strengthening the body parts that need to get to that point, which will be the wrists. Strong wrists are really, really important, and mobile wrists are really important, and we really lose a lot of that as we get older. So let's try and get some of that back. Building some strength through the upper body. Women are notoriously weak in their upper body. Sorry to tell you that, but we are. And so we can build strength easily, and also building strength through our core and our back. So pop a pillow underneath your knees if you want to. And we're going to start with our hands underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips. And you're going to think about shoulder blades backing away from ears, and lower tummy muscles are working. Okay, so we're just going to be lifting up against gravity. So let's just do a little bit of that. So shoulders are relaxed. We're going to press down through our hands, but we're not going to create any movement in our body. We're just going to press down through our hands. And we're just going to think about lifting up through the lower tummy and let go. Lift up and let go. Lift up and let go. And I can really feel my pelvic floor zipping as well. One more and then let go. Now, plank is basically hands further forwards, lifting the knees. But let's just take our hands further forwards and then take our pelvis forwards a little bit. That's all it is. We're going to go from here to here. It's just a little bit harder in our back. We've extended the lever of this, legs in here. And we're just saying we're going to do exactly the same thing. So shoulders are relaxed, pressing down through the hands. If you don't like your hands being in that position because of your wrists, you can certainly do that. That's absolutely fine. We're not going to be here for too long. We're just going to lift and lower this again. So shoulders are away from the ears, tummy muscles are relaxed, and we just zip our tummy muscles up and we let go. And we zip. So just look here on me and let go. Zip and let go. And we're just trying to make the area from here to here a little bit smaller. So let's do 3 more. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. And then just come back and stretch. Stretch your shoulders out in front and your back down. Well done. Well done. Okay, so let's pop onto our back and do a little bit more. And that's how you're going to get a lot stronger in your middle. And if you ever want to do plank or mountain climbers or all those sorts of things, that'll get you there. Okay, so one leg stretch. So you have options. We're going to be thinking about foot, knee and hip in the same train track, so everything's aligned. So you can either do extending your leg away and bringing it back. You can float the knee up and ring the bell and bring it back. Okay, Or we can go into double tabletop if you want to work a little bit harder, because you might have been practicing this and you might be thinking, oh yeah, I can do a little bit more. And all you're going to think about is nice and strong here and ringing the doorbell like that. So you've got 3 options. The hands are going to be pressing down. Okay, so I'm going to choose this option. And we're just going to do 5 each side. So breathe in to prepare, and as you breathe out, ring that bell. And in to come back. And breathing out. Now if you find that that's giving you a bit of a clicky hip, you can just reach a little bit higher and you can keep the knee slightly bent. Okay, do 2 more. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, and relax. Now if this leg was working and the other leg was down, you're going to swap over. Okay, whatever works for you. And then we're going to do 5 on the other side. So breathe in to prepare, breathe out, ring the bell, breathe in. Really using your tummy muscles, keeping the ribs connected. 3, 2, and last one. That's quite hard. Float 1 foot down, zip, float the other foot down. Okay, should we do 1 leg circle? So options are float the knee up and draw a circle with your knee. Okay, or if you want to do a little bit more today, you can still have a bend in your knee, and you're basically just going to float the leg, or you can have a straight knee. And we don't have to come up too high. We can draw a lovely dinner plate out here. The further you take your leg out, the further you take your leg down, the harder it is. So just keep that in mind. And I just want you to think rock steady, you're concrete. So connecting through the lower corset, connecting through the upper corset, collarbones are wide, shoulder blades are nice and strong, supporting you from the back. Okay, so breathe in to prepare and breathe out. Take the leg out. When you come down to the center line, you're going to breathe in to come back up. Breathe out. So let's think of a D, more of a D. That's it. 1 more. Breathing out, breathing in. That was a nice clunk there. And then we float the knee in and we lower down. Okay, ready for the other side. Breathe in to prepare, breathe out, float. You can extend the knee if you want. You can have the knee bent. Breathe in here, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. So I did a smaller one there because I was getting a little bit clunky. Breathe in and breathe out. Well done. Okay. So next little exercise, we're going to come onto our side. We'll do something slightly different this time. We're going to take this top knee up and out of the way, and we're going to extend the lower leg. And we're just going to lift and lower. Because the inner thigh muscles are muscles that we tend to forget. We really just do. So let's just lift and lower those 5 times, and then we'll do something with this. So again, you're going to think about the top hip just extending away just a little bit. Now, if you find that lying on your side is a little bit uncomfortable because it's too bony in the bottom hip, then pop a little pillow under. Tummy muscles are working. And we're just going to breathe in to prepare and breathe out, lift. Breathe in. Lift on the exhalation. Good stuff. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent. And then we take this top leg back and we are going to do clown, but I think we're going to do a slightly different level. So hips are going to be at 60 degrees, knees are at 90, and you're just going to lift your heels up. Okay, now this takes the top hip into more of an internal rotation, and then we're just going to open it up. So it's a bigger range of movement for this hip. So shoulders are relaxed, top hip is away, lifting away, so you've got that lovely little waistline. Tummy muscles are working. You're going to breathe in here. So your heels don't have to be too high, they can just be hovering. Okay, mine are quite happy to be there. So breathe in to prepare, and breathe out, and breathe in, and breathe out. Now this hand here is not moving because your pelvis isn't moving, or it shouldn't be. 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then pop over onto the other side. Okay, so top leg comes up and over, and you're going to extend this leg. Okay, so we're thinking about using these inner thigh muscles. Everyone loves a strong inner thigh muscle, a nice lean toned one. And this is going to give you that. It's also really going to help functioning that hip strength as well. Okay, so we're going to think about just a little bit of a hip just reaching in that direction. Tummy muscles are working. Breathe in, breathe out, lift. Breathe in, and again you can have the lower hip padded. Breathing out. We're going to do one more. Now if this is too much because you really can't bear to be lying on that, then just leave it out. Okay, and then we take the top leg up. We're going to bend the knee in. We're going to think 60 degrees and knees at 90. So your heels can just be hovering. If you think, oh, I'm getting a little bit of groin discomfort, that's fine. If you just don't like this at all, you just come into normal clam. But otherwise we can just lift the heels a little bit higher. And again, hands going to be here, and I'm just going to reach away. Shoulders are relaxed. Zip, zip. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. And just think, oh, my glutes are getting so strong. 3. Again, you can bend these up. And last one. Well done. Okay, so we're going to pop onto our back. And we're going to get into the bridge position, so the feet can be close to your bottom. Knees and feet are in line with the hips. Tummy muscles are working. Have a pillow behind your head if you want to. And if you want to, you can just do our usual bridge. That's absolutely fine. If you want to add in a little bit more, we're going to lift up, press down through the hands as you float your knee up into scissors, down, and then we're going to lower down. Okay? So breathe in to prepare. Breathe out, coming all the way up. If you don't want to do the lift, just stay here. And we're just going to float one knee up and down. Breathe in and then breathe out. Good stuff. Breathing in, breathing out, lift, float, lower down, lower down. Couple more. Breathe in, breathe out. Now we're going to do one and then the other. So if you're just doing the bridge, just stay here for endurance to build that strength. So we're going to float and down, float and down. Breathe in, breathe out, lower down. One last time. Breathe in here, breathing out. I'm just going to make sure that my points of, I'm not just doing that or that. Okay, so tummy muscles are working. I press down through my standing leg. I float up, squeeze, squeeze, float up, down, breathe in, and curl all the way down. If it's comfy, bring those knees in. You can roll from side to side. You can give them a little bit of a scoop. Good stuff. And then we're just going to come up in sitting. And we're going to do a little bit of side bending. So you can sit with your legs crossed. You can sit in a chair. If you're going to sit on a chair, I'd say sit on your sofa, because we like to extend the arm. And unless you're in one of those lovely little love seat chairs that you can fit 2 people on, or you and your dog, or you and your cat. Okay, so if the arm's going to come out, it's quite nice to be in something a little bit wider. Oh, I love this. Okay, hand comes down, the other arm. So this hip's going to stay nice and connected. This arm's going to come up, and then we're going to slide away. So as this arm slides away in this direction, this hip's really enjoying stretching down. It's really, really nice for the body. Big breath in. Breathe in, come all the way back. And breathing out. Hip stays down. Breathe in. Slide the arm out. As you breathe out. Big breath in. And then it'll go. Breathe in to come back. Just a little baby twist. Looking over each side. And that's us. We're done. Well done. Some different stuff. Trying to get the body to move in different ways, just so that you better get a bit more confidence in what your body can do, and you can actually see that building blocks allow you to reach your goals of strength and flexibility. Hope you enjoyed it. See you again tomorrow.